It's 4:55 in the morning. I'm awake and out of the bed. I have news to report. After making my little chart in here somewhere, right there. Look at that. I read almost 100 pages last night of Two Trees Make a Forest. I could finish it this morning. Happy mid-month book bash, let's go. It's never too early. I did it. Yay. It's really good. Still dark. Very satisfying. Okay. Good morning, world. So cool. Hello. Happy mid-month book bash. So this is the weekend once a month set aside to try to read a little extra, which, you know, isn't that much for me these days, but I'm off to a great start, as you will have already seen. So excited. So mid-month book bash is the weekend of or immediately following the 10th of the month. You start on Friday to get a head start on your weekend, and you finish on Monday if you just need a little more time to reach your goals. So 4 days to get it done or get it started in my case. So I finished Two Trees Make a Forest by Jessica J. Lee this morning. And I really enjoyed this, especially the second half. Jessica J. Lee is an environmental historian. She has her doctorate in that. I think that would be so fascinating. Like, why didn't I think of that? I didn't even know it was a thing. So this is a memoir of her adult years, thinking about the connections between her grandparents, who were Chinese but immigrated to Taiwan just before the communists took over. That's my washing machine because it doesn't like being left open. I opened it so it wouldn't be noisy during the filming. The irony. Anyway, yeah, so it's about her grandparents and then her mom and dad, who themselves immigrated to Canada because her dad, well, was it her dad? Anyway, sorry. I have a few minutes to get this in. But the thing that really struck me about this was her grandfather, who was a pilot and had to immigrate to Canada and couldn't fly anymore. And so the life that they lived there, they became cleaners, and he developed Alzheimer's in later years, and his wife, like, I think they didn't get along, and his wife shipped him back to Taiwan because he needed more care than she could give. And I guess being that he was a pilot, he got free health care and senior living care in Taiwan, so he ended up dying alone. And just the poignancy of Jessica J. Lee and her mom traveling back to Taiwan and visiting his his urn, his vault where his remains were, and there goes the washer again. The drama. I don't know. It was just like so poignant is the very best word for it. But also tons of nature writing. I'm struggling this morning. Tons of nature writing. Just really gorgeous. I didn't know that Taiwan was just so incredibly diverse and unique. I mean, I should have. Island living, right? In the history, that's the one thing that I didn't get as much of from this as I would like to have, just because she went back and forth and in and out so much to tell the story, you know, in an artistic manner, that I don't really like the history of Taiwan and Japan and China, the interrelation there. I know a little bit more, but it's still not really clear, so I need to read up on that some more. But yeah, fascinating read, especially considering that I'm living in China, very near Taiwan at the moment. So yeah, off to school for me. Let's see what this day holds. I hope that your mid-month book bash is off to a great start, because mine is, and it feels so good. Okay, catch you soon. I found birds in the trees, finally. He's got a little top hat. It's a school garden. These are baby peas. These are aging peas. These are producing peas. Hello, little pea. Oh, I found you. Whoa. You don't see that every day walking to school in America. What you do in China. That's beast mode right there.
Smells like success. Ew, that is stinky. I don't know if my nose can handle this much success.
Look at all this food. The chef always wants me to taste everything that doesn't have soy in it. They treat me right here. Let's do this thing. Hey, here I am again in the Chem Lab. Like it ain't no thing. Yeah. So, at lunch today, I read. I finished a chapter in The Song of the Cell by Siddhartha Mukherjee, and he's a great writer. So, this one was on the organelles, and like I've read about that a million times. And he made it interesting again, truly. Like, part of it was the history of how we discovered these organelles and their functions, and part of it was like the organelles themselves, and he introduced new things I hadn't heard about before. And then he also always weaves in actual medical treatments involving what he's talking about. So viruses carrying genetic codes to change the mitochondria so people are not blind anymore. I mean, it's fascinating. So anyway, seventh grade is now the double replacement experiment again. We're all set up here. And then in the 6th grade, I showed an extra credit set of videos on the Bose-Einstein condensate, and yeah, a little bit of physics action there. I got it all going on right now. Okay, I got a jet. Class is calling. On the way home. We got company. I think I forgot to show you my November calendar page. It's a good one. And we only have a week and a half until Thanksgiving break. Oh my goodness. Exciting. Hey, happy Friday. I'm home. Freaking happy about it. Yeah. And I have some more exciting news to report. I finished another chapter. I know. Like, I read while walking home, and I read at lunch on my phone. Super easy to do. And I finished another chapter. Go me. This one was on mitosis and meiosis in the Song of the Cell, by the way, obviously. Normally I find that like incredibly boring, but again, he just wrote it so well, so interesting. And this one he tied to IVF, in vitro fertilization, and it was super interesting, like the history of it, the development. So yeah, I really appreciated that he made a point to note that a woman was instrumental in the development of IVF, and she didn't get credit for it. This was back in the late 70s. So really appreciated that he mentioned that and her. So yeah, back to it. I didn't get all my work done. I got enough work done that I don't have to work this weekend if I don't want to, but I probably will because I still have a lot of things to do, to be like more fully ready. Like, I'm happy that I'm starting to get to my level of readiness. Like, I'm not like fly by the seat of my pants all the time. So I may work on Sunday, I may not, but currently I'm done for the moment and gonna get back to reading. This is going well. Happy mid-month book bash. That's so cool. I missed it. Dang it.
Bird can see it just as well as I can. He's positioning himself.
Wild kingdom out here in La La Land. The golden arches are lit. Ooh. That's what I'm talking about. My rice mountain and your cucumber mountain.